Hey, 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 mamas, and welcome to Mom's Mouthing Off podcast with Christina and Diane. Join us as we talk about all things kids, marriage, and everyday adulting in a judgment-free zone. Because let's face it, this shit is hard.
And came with no instructions. So trying to keep it all together can seem near impossible. Here, we'll share our shit show stories in hopes that you find comfort in knowing you're not alone. And that we all have those moments that just make you want to say, what the fuck?
Hey, hey, everybody. Hello, Diane.
Hey, Christina.
I feel like I have not seen you in a year.
And yes, it's been like a solid 2 weeks.
It has been.
Or
It
maybe
may have even been
more.
a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh, no. We got our nails done.
Oh, yes, that's
From
Saturday.
a distance.
So it was just about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So even
No,
more,
1.5
even more
weeks.
so with our podcast.
1.5 weeks.
I think that's what we're thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually we record once a week. We get together.
Yes.
And
try and squeeze in 2 every now and again.
yes,
But
and I had a potential flu scare. And so I was prescribed Tamiflu and the whole 9 yards. I was feeling like death. And Christina was going to Disney, as we all know. So I was
keeping all the germs
Yes.
away.
I said, Christina, we ain't getting together this week. I'm like, even though I feel a little better, I'm like, let's just skip it. And then she was gone for a week.
Yay.
In Disney, which we're going to hear about in a little bit. So, yes,
And then
I
thankfully
have
no one
missed
will have to
you.
hear about it again for, according to my husband, 10 years.
But I have missed you very, very much.
I have missed you too.
It made me realize how much I love these nights that we
Yes,
get together and
for sure.
and do this. And again, for everyone, this is totally a hobby for us, and we love it. And we have some exciting news Christina wants to tell us.
Oh, yeah. So in the 2 weeks that we have been separated, our numbers have been growing. And definitely by the time we air this, we'll be over this number. But we are just about to hit our 1,000th download.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. So thank you to everybody who listens and shares and laughs at us, usually, probably. As we laugh at ourselves. And
We have our ups and our downs. Some episodes
Yeah.
are good and some, but then we're very happy that we have listeners that stick with us and, and keep listening.
yes, and from places that I didn't even think that we would have listeners. I don't know if you've looked lately, but yeah.
That's right. I haven't checked our state count. We're really trying to...
Minnesota. I don't know what's happening in
Yeah.
Minnesota, but we're growing over there.
We've got... I know last time I checked, it's been a while, I counted 24 states in the U.S. that we have been
We'll have to get one
heard
of those
in.
like scratch things. Like
Yes.
scratch off
Like I got
every
my
state.
mother-in-law.
And I got
Remember?
my mother-in-law.
Yes. Oh my God, what a crazy nightmare that was.
Oh,
But
Lord.
it's been so much fun, and I love doing this. I really, really do.
Yes, me too. So, Diane, how was your, week, 2 weeks, or whatever you want to talk about since the last time that we last met?
Well, there's been so much, so I feel like I had to shave down what I really want to talk about. But for me, and I'm sure a lot of moms across the globe, this has become global, and I'm sure everyone is sick of hearing it. But
we're going to talk about it anyway.
That's right. Is the Momo challenge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freaky thing.
Yes, and at first, it was so funny because I had first read about it on Facebook. Everyone was talking about it, all blah, 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 blah. And then I did bring it up to my kids and I said, hey, listen, there's this thing going around that there's this video that pops up on YouTube and it may or may not challenge you to do things. So do me a favor. I'm like, if you see it, come show me or just, don't listen to it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to educate them. You know what I mean? This is what's going on. And they were pretty receptive about it. You know what I mean? And it's funny because they were a little nervous after I told them. They didn't even want to go on Facebook. I mean, they didn't even want to go on YouTube. I know. Well, wait, it gets better, okay? That same night, where was I? I was somewhere. I was out with somebody. Oh, I was out with my girlfriend from work. We went out for drinks after work. And I get a phone call 10:30 and it's my mom. And it's that is she don't fucking call me at 10:30. You know what I mean? That's just not her, So I'm I'm nervous. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? It was some crazy hour. And she goes, hey, she's like, did you hear about this Momo challenge? You know, and she's like calling me up like in the middle of the night. Like, so I guess what happened was someone in my family, like my cousin, like, I don't know the details of the incident, but I guess like my cousin's kid like saw the video, or I don't know what it was that struck her to feel like she needed to call me in the middle of the night, but she got scared about this thing.
Right.
Because she said, I heard it talks about like harming yourself and tells you to go get sharp objects and like all this stuff. So now she's freaking me out. And I'm like, I know, I talked to the boys about it. You know what I mean? Like I educated them on it. You know, I definitely heard about it. Because I think she was thinking maybe I never heard, didn't hear about it because I didn't say anything to her about it. And everything was like super fresh and, basically, so I'm talking to my husband about it, I'm talking to the kids about it, and I literally scared them to death, and that they did not look at YouTube for 2 days straight.
Oh, wow.
2 full days they did not look at YouTube, and they've been doing their Lexia, and I even bought them an Epic app thing that cost us like, I don't know, I think it's like $9 a month or something. It's like a online book reading thing that they do through school, but I could pay to so they could do it here.
Right.
So I bought them that, and they've been doing that, and they've been doing all these fantastic things because they're scared of YouTube. So honestly, thank you, Momo. You have gotten my kids scared of YouTube. Which I'm sure YouTube's not liking.
Yeah.
But from what I have heard is I finally did some research on this because I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because even on like our local news had it on, and like everyone was
I remember this thing from like a while ago because Logan would be like watching and I would hear him talking about and eventually like when I looked into it, I was like, no, you're not watching anything that has anything to do with that because it is creepy and freaky, and I don't need you thinking about it at night, and I don't need Ariel looking at it. I'm like, no,
this thing is fucking gross looking.
Yeah.
So I have learned that this is actually a statue it's called the Mother Bird, and it was created by an artist who works with like a Japanese like special effects company, okay? And he made it for this company, and that's where this thing started, okay? And it's been circulating since 2016 was as far back as I could find that this thing was actually a while ago. Created. And then, so I looked at even further, and it looks like this past summer in July of 2018, it resurfaced in what's called the WhatsApp, which I actually used to use with Tim. I don't anymore. It's just like a messaging app. And I guess it was called the Momo game, and that's when it kind of like resurfaced as like it would have challenges and stuff like that. And supposedly in Argentina, they're saying they question whether it was responsible for a 12-year-old's death, but police never confirmed that this WhatsApp Momo game was ever part of that. Okay. And so that was in July of 2018. Now, this past February, a mom in the Scottish news reported that her 8-year-old son was told by a person that her 8-year-old son told her that this person on the Momo images told him to go hold a knife up to his neck. Okay. So that's kind of where all this like resurfaced, it got fresh, you know what I mean? Exactly. And I mean, basically what they're saying is that this is an urban legend. Even my husband's like, it's a hoax. Like, you're the people. He's like to me. He's like, you're the type of people that are making it something, and you know what I mean? Like, shut up, you know. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, and he's saying in front of the kids, I'm like, well, the kids aren't watching YouTube, so you know what? You go, Momo Challenge. You go. I'm sorry, but my kids are scared of YouTube. They haven't looked at YouTube. It's been amazing, kind of. I mean, they've been like doing other like good shit, you know. So So the other thing I found out was like in just recently, what's the day today? March 6th. So 3 days ago, the creator of the actual statue did an interview, and then he actually destroyed and threw out this statue because it was causing such hysteria. And he said, like, tell the kids Momo is dead. He's not around anymore. Like, he just trashed him because it wasn't worth it. And then YouTube recently released a statement saying that we see no recent evidence of videos promoting the Momo Challenge on YouTube, and that these videos that encourage harm are against their policy. So I guess they're saying that these really aren't on YouTube. It's just all of us people out there taking this image and actually making a video and saying they're out there. You know what I mean? When they're really not as out there as we think. It's kind of
that's like everything else. One person posts something and then all of a sudden it's like catches like freaking wildfire. That's why I don't.
Well, and then my dumbass the other day, I'm like, I wanted to Google it and like see more, because I'll be honest, I was a little scared to see it myself. Like
super creepy.
Like I heard about it and I was like, so kids, this is what it is. But in my mind, I'm like, I haven't seen it and I don't want to see it because that shit looks fucking creepy. But so on Facebook, finally someone had posted a video of someone watching like a Peppa Pig video, and then it came in because that's what they're saying. They're saying that's what kind of red flagged me when it was like Fortnite videos, Peppa Pig videos. Those are our two top videos in our household. My 7-year-old watches Fortnite videos, and my 5-year-old watches Peppa Pig videos. Well, since before that, I mean, they really haven't since then. It's kind of crazy. And they've been just fucking scared shitless. So on Facebook, someone had a video of it. So finally I watched it. My kids are in the living room and I have it on my phone and I'm playing it in the kitchen. And all of a sudden, Liam, like an ostrich, pops up.
I know. Isn't it amazing how when you don't want them to hear something, they hear it. But when you're talking directly fucking to them at their face,
they have no idea.
Oh, you're talking to me? I had no idea.
I got that 3 times today. I didn't hear you. Oh, really?
That's Logan's new thing. You know I can't hear very well anymore. That's one of the symptoms of my headaches is I can't hear very well, right?
He's playing that. And then you feel bad because you're like, is he telling the truth? Is he just playing that card? Oh, gosh.
But if I whispered, come and get your iPad, you could have it all day long. That you'd fucking hear.
It's so fucking true. But, I mean, and then, so he hears it, right? And he looks at me. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, abort mission. Yes. So I turn it off. And Liam comes bolting into the kitchen. Oh my God, it just scares me. Put it away. And then he starts freaking out. He's like, don't ever leave me. I can't leave your side. And just like, to revert back to the episode that I told you that I was talking about the guy in the closet.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what happened again. He was like freaking out. And I'm thinking in my mind, fucking A. It's like half hour to bedtime. What did I do? Fuck. Oh, God. So, but I mean, honestly, like as much as like Tim wants to give me shit for like making this a big deal, I really think, like, not to get all sentimental and like all like, oh, this is good, but like honestly, it makes us. I feel like it gives us an awareness of, hey, start paying attention to what your kid is watching. You know what I mean? Because it's so true. I mean, there'll be shit on the weekends that I'm doing. They're fucking on that shit watching videos for like a solid hour. Did I ever look at what they're watching? I'm going to be honest. No, I didn't, So I feel like this did give me a little bit.
I try my best to overhear and listen. But I mean,
I try to go behind their back and like kind of look. And I do. But there are times when I'm doing things around the house, like especially if I'm cleaning the bathroom. I'm in there for like a solid half hour, 40 minutes, depending on how clean I feel like I want to keep my bathroom. But, and it just made me keep my eyes open more to what they're watching.
But my favorite part is that my kids will unintentionally tell me when something is happening because I can just tell if they look at me, like they'll be watching their iPad and then they'll like look up at me and like to see like, oh, did you know that? Like, did you hear or do you know? And I'm like, shut that off now. You're not supposed to be watching that. It's like I have no clue what the heck they just watched, but just the fact that they looked up the way they looked up at me, I just know you're something happened or something that was said that you're not supposed to be hearing.
Turn it off. But so that's what I hope. What we're getting, I hope we're getting to the end, and this Momo challenge is, will drift away. But like I said, my takeaway from it is reminding myself to educate my kids also in trying to explain to them, and I feel like at this age it's really hard, what is real and what is not on the internet. You know what I mean? Because Liam has come up to me and he'd be like, well, that's what was on the internet. And I'm like, oh, Oh, honey, you have a lot to hurt.
I know.
Grasshopper,
We'll watch a video
as
about,
my mom says.
Roblox, and he'd be like, "Well, this person, I think I've